and by the Ohio Commission in Minority Health in 2008, and many, many more. Recently, about 2 weeks ago, Dr. Jackson wrote the foreword and was honored by the Who is Who in Black Cleveland. Dr. Jackson, talk to us about your involvement in the Who is Who in Black Cleveland.
Yes, I'm very honored to have been asked to write the foreword to this, because it's one of the few, aside from the Lifestyle magazine,
yes,
few areas where we show honor, respect, yes, and joy with our heritage.
Yes.
And it was a distinct honor for me to be able to write it. I thought of all the black doctors who went before me and many other leaders in our community.
Yes, this is a big accomplishment and achievement. And we congratulate you.
Thank you.
For many more. You are a good example for most minorities and most good business leaders in this community.
Thank you.
So we thank you. Again, we are back here to talk to Dr. Edgar Jackson. A little bit on my questioning. I want to talk about the healthcare reform. I know the last couple of years, it was the biggest topic in medicine, in health. Talk to us a little bit about your take about where this has taken us, and the process that we went through, where we are now, and how do we go forward to take advantage of this big initiative, the health reform in America?
Well, I'm impressed that health reform is a step in the right direction.
Okay.
Our president was unable to get all that he wanted and all that America needs.
Yes.
But it is a step, and it's a step closer to assuring that everybody in America has access to needed health care.
That's true.
And it also is a step toward reestablishing some order to our system, yes, where we have more physicians who can see patients, what we call primary care physicians,
yeah,
who can become the doctor for the individual,
okay,
and be that doctor at home, in the office, in the hospital,
yes,
in the nursing home, yes, so that you have a professional that you relate to.
Yes.
And I hope we can get more of that from this. I think we will. I think primary care, yes, will be valued much more in our country, and the kids will therefore be more inclined to go into primary care.
Yes. Thank you. I'm glad to hear that. I would like you to also talk a little bit about some of the diseases that affect the African American more. As a matter of fact, a week ago, I was attending this Universal Sisters event. They did a blood pressure. My blood pressure in the last 2 years has gone up. I went from about 80 by 125. My blood pressure now is about 90 by 140. And they say that's a little bit something I need to observe. Now, I have not taken any medicine yet, but talk to us about some of the diseases that affect African American more than our counterparts, and how can we do to help ourselves to stay more healthier?
The key I think we have to remember is that the biggest killer of all people, blacks more than whites, but all people, is heart disease.
Heart disease.
And a great cause of heart disease is high blood pressure, and coronary artery disease, where you get heart attacks.
Okay.
So it's very important to pay attention to that number. It's not terribly bad now,
yes,
but you need to diminish your salt intake now, and your weight, and okay, increase your exercise, and decrease your stress.
Okay.
Now that's just that's just a quick diagnosis.
That's right.
But and the next largest cause.
The diet. Did you say the diet also?
Oh yeah. You want to avoid added salt.
Yes.
You should absolutely avoid any salt shaker.
Okay.
And any food that has added salt, you should like potato chips, pretzels, things
okay,
like that, peanuts.
Yes.
Should
rice. I eat a lot of white rice.
White rice is great.
Okay. Rice is fine.
Yeah, that's
okay,
great.
Okay.
That's great.
All right.
And you need to get your pressure checked, because for African American men, blood pressure elevations can do more harm than white men. So, for example, what might be normal for a white counterpart,
yes,
maybe 140 over 90 would be okay.
Yes.
For you, your pressure should be probably clearly under 130, 135 at most,
yes,
and about 80 on the bottom.
All right.
There are studies going on now to find out exactly how low should we go.
Yes.
But clearly, we need to go lower African American community than the white community. It does more harm to us.
Yes.
In kidney disease, strokes, and so forth.
All right.
The next biggest killer is cancer.
Okay.
All kinds of cancers.
Okay.
And especially lung cancer is one of the biggest ones. Okay. Colon cancer.
Okay.
And then on down the line, breast and prostate. But we need to make sure we do all the screening tests, like colonoscopies. If you're 50 or above.
Yeah, I'm 53.
Okay, you should have I should have had a colonoscopy.
I already have.
50, good.
Okay. Doing it every year.
Excellent. And our sisters should get their mammograms.
Okay.
I think starting at age 40, there's some debate about that.
Okay.
And every 2 years thereafter, but certainly by age 50,
okay,
clearly.
Okay.
And pap smears are indicated as well. And And then men should get their prostates examined. PSA,
Yes.
there's controversy about how valuable it is, but I still think it's very valuable,
Okay.
especially in African American men, because we don't do as well with prostate cancer as white men do, for reasons we don't understand.
Okay.
But
That's
it
interesting.
kills us much more and
Yeah.
much more quickly.
Yes.
We get about the same risk of getting prostate cancer,
Yes.
but it kills us twice as much as it does.
So we have talked about heart diseases, cancer. What is the next
Yeah.
one?
And then other cardiovascular diseases like stroke.
Yes.
It's a very, very important killer in the black community. The same risk factors of cholesterol, blood
Yes.
pressure for that.
Yes. What about sickle cell anemia?
Sickle cell is not a major killer. It's tough on the kids who have it,
Okay.
but it's not common
Okay.
because it trades about 9% of our population with sickle cell trait. That's not a disease at all.
Yeah.
People are perfectly healthy. I have sickle trait
Yes.
myself.
Yes.
But sickle cell disease, about 1 in every 500 black births have
Okay.
sickle cell disease.
Yes.
And that is much more serious. But the key for sickle cell disease is not so much the death rate
Yes.
as it is the agony that people go
Okay.
through and the poor care people with sickle cell anemia get.
Yes.
And I've always contended that the way people treat patients with sickle cell disease is what they think about black people.
Okay.
And sometimes it's hard to get the right care at major institutions because attitudes get in the way.
Right. Now, another big question. This is a big one. Obesity. I just, the other day I was watching a show called Super Size Me. I never seen it. The show is about
Yeah.
3 or 4 years old.
Yeah.
And this particular individual ate at one of the
Yes.
fast food at McDonald's
Yeah.
for actually 30 days.
Yes.
And do you know, within those 30 days, he
That's
actually
it.
had to be hospitalized. So talk to us about obesity. What do we need to do in our community to really manage this obesity issue?
I don't really know the answer to that. I know some things that would be helpful, but obesity is it's really an epidemic
Okay.
in white and black community
Yes.
in America.
Yes.
And with it comes more diabetes,
Yes.
higher blood pressures, more sickness.
Yes.
But one good way to manage obesity is to try to eat a little less than we burn up.
Diet.
So if you're very active, you can eat more.
Yes.
If you're not very active, you should eat less.
Okay.
You should have as much color in your plate as much as you can get.
Yes.
And avoid visible fat on food
Yes.
as much as you can.
Yes.
That's sort of a general
Yes.
approach I would give.
That is good. That's good. As a matter of fact,
And 3 meals a day,
3 meals a day.
so you don't get really hungry.
So you don't need one meal at the end of the day.
Right. Because
I-
you eat anything in between. When you get hungry, you get candy bars and everything
Yes.
else.
Great, great. Well, we have learned a lot of valuable information. I'm going to ask Dr. Jackson to give us his last success to staying healthy. What are some of the things that people don't know that are simple things we can do just to stay healthy?
I think the key is trying to just eat a little bit less than you burn up.
Okay.
And exercise at least 3 times a week. Walking is as good as anything.
Okay.
Just walk
Yes.
for 45 minutes, 3
Yeah.
times a week
Yes.
is a remarkable benefit for health. And I think another important part of health is a calmness, a meditation, faith.
Yes.
What it is for me.
Thank you.
But whatever it is,
Yes.
meditation, faith
Yes.
is a calming thing, is a big killer in our community.
Thank you. Well, again, our guest tonight has been Dr. Edgar B. Jackson. Dr. Jackson is a lifetime person in medicine. He's a prominent person here in the Cleveland market. He was recently featured on the Who is Who in Black Cleveland. He wrote the foreword for this publication. Dr. Jackson has done a lot for this community. We commend you for taking the time to come and talk to us today. We hope that you've been helped by this information with Dr. Edgar Jackson. And again, if you needed to reach Dr. Edgar Jackson, how can people reach you?
2 ways.
Yes.
Edgar.Jackson at uhhospitals.org
Yes. Yes.
or
Yes.
ebjackson at ebjassociates.com.
Excellent, excellent. Again, the viewers, this is a treat. Dr. Jackson is giving us valuable information to stay healthy, live longer, and take care of our body. Again, I cannot thank him enough for being here tonight. We look forward to talking to you on the next show. Again, thank you for tuning in. Stay healthy, stay happy, and live long. Thank you.